Now, Bloodstar is a 2024 psychological thriller that tells the story of how a young woman eager to leave her abusive dad's home goes on a road trip to move back in with her abusive boyfriend.
No one's perfect, Bob. But hey, if you hate him so much, why are you fucking the younger version of him?
But while on her way there, she runs into a misogynistic sheriff with a tendency for violence.
You know what they say? Want to see a man's true colors? Give him a badge and a little bit of power.
So, why should you watch this movie? Reason number 1, Bobby.
I'm not having this conversation right now. I have to get gas or I'm not making it anywhere. I'm gonna call you later.
Now, Bobby is a young woman who has a dad who has beat her since she was little.
He can rot in hell.
Now that she's an adult, she wants to leave, but the only place of solace is her on and off again boyfriend who also beats her. But she feels that the boyfriend is the lesser of two evils.
Back to him? Are you serious? Don't go back there.
And go back where?
So Bobby sets out on a road trip to try and make things work with Rhett, the abusive ex.
I wouldn't have left if you hadn't punched me in the fucking face.
Now, while this seems like a bad situation to be in, it's only just getting started.
You know what your problem is? You have a real wicked mouth. And that tongue is like a bona fide personal devil.
Reason number 2, the first encounter.
Trouble in paradise.
Huh?
Now, while pumping gas, Bobby runs into a sheriff who tries to be rather friendly, but she brushes him off, but still he tries to show some hospitality.
Would you like a soda, miss?
Oh no, thank you.
Suit yourself.
So their first encounter is not good as she continues to call him officer because he insists that she calls him sheriff, but Bobby refuses a soda that the officer tries to buy her and she drives off.
Well, don't say this town never offered you anything.
Reason number 3, the second encounter.
You know why I pulled you over?
To add a little more to the list?
Speeding and destruction of police property. I clocked you at over 100 per hour. Whatever you threw out of the window broke my light bar.
Now, Bobby, while traveling on an isolated road, gets pulled over for speeding. And to be fair, she's doing well over 100 miles per hour.
Oh, fuck.
So out come the same sheriff she was rather short with earlier. Now, let's be mindful. She was giving him the cold shoulder earlier at the gas station, so he has no remorse for writing her up a citation.
What's wrong?
I think I just blew past the speed trap. Here he comes. Fuck.
But it doesn't end there. He also writes Bobby up for busting out his vehicle's patrol lights with an object that she threw out of the car, something she actually didn't do. But when she tries to contest that she didn't do it, he intimidates her to be quiet and gives her a fine of $1,000.
$1,000? I don't have this kind of money.
However, she's unable to pay the fine, so he tries to extort $300 from her while trying to pass it off as doing her a favor.
I'll pay you the $300. I just don't have any cash.
There's an ATM back at the gas station.
So now she is given the option to pay the $300 or meet a court date, and she opts to pay. Now they both travel to an ATM at the previous gas station so she can get the money to pay him.
I got pulled over and I think this cop is extorting me, if he's even a real cop.
Uh-huh. So it seems you met the Honorable Sheriff Bilstein.
So he takes her cell phone to ensure that she won't try to run off and leave.
Isn't it against the law to take my phone?
Are you telling me the law in my own county?
And after waiting on him to show, she decides to cut her losses with her cell phone and drive to her boyfriend's home. But she gets pulled over again.
Wow. Really giving that badge of yours a workout today, aren't you, officer?
Reason number 4, the third encounter.
Speaking of that, where were you going? Didn't I ask you to wait for me at the gas station?
The ATM was empty, so I was
Place your hands on top of the vehicle.
For what?
I said place your hands on top of the vehicle now.
Now, while trying to leave town, Bobby's car is shot at and she gets pulled over and ticketed for a busted tail light, fleeing the scene of a crime, and speed. And if you think this cop with a vendetta is just getting started, trust me, this is only the beginning, because what happens next will leave a trail of bodies, sadistic torture, and a list of crimes to be uncovered by Bobby as she learns more about this crooked cop with unchecked power.
No, he's lying! He's lying!
Reason number 5, the cop.
Hasn't anyone reported him?
To who? He's the only badge from here to the border.
Now, Sheriff Bilstein is a small town sheriff who is the full arm of the law in this town.
Are you calling me a liar?
What? No, Sheriff.
While having a complicated relationship with his brother, Sheriff Bilstein hates women. So much so that he once killed his mom and ripped out her jawbone from her mouth.
Here's Lily. I made her out of my mama. She loved flapping her fucking jaw. So I took it from her.
Now why? Because as he puts it, she just kept nagging, and that was the only way he could get her to stop. So he would later take that jawbone and create a knife, and oftentimes using it to murder young women who didn't know their place in this world.
But you bitches are all the same. You're arguing and lying, spreading that venom wherever you go.
So now, this isn't a chance encounter with Bobby, and it's not a one-off. He's been kidnapping and murdering young women for years, and he's the only form of lawman in the entire town. And what are you gonna do? Call the cops?
Oh, he is a real cop.
Elected to uphold the law. Doesn't mean he follows it, though.
Reason number 6, Ed.
Solid hit, little brother.
So Ed Bilstein is the brother of Sheriff Bilstein. And while they both have a complicated relationship because they fight all the time, the one thing that unites them are their hatred for women.
No, I don't think she'll get very far.
I don't know. I've seen her run. There's movement in that bitch's legs.
Because Ed attempts to come off as a good Samaritan to those in need. But once you are at his place of business, you quickly learn that the brothers are in this together.
What you think? I know. Really? Trophies.
You see, Ed was mentally and emotionally damaged by his ex-wife, and this disdain, coupled with their upbringing as children, united the brothers in their hatred for women who didn't know their place in this world. But as the movie progresses, how will Bobby be able to survive this two-man power trip? Now, in the end, Bloodstar is a breath of fresh air. And finally, someone had the nerve to do what I've been calling for. Create a horror movie with a dirty cop.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
What? Don't you love playing games?
Stop!
I mean, don't make him supernatural, but just be really dirty.
You can't do this. I didn't do anything wrong.
This movie really resonated with me because due to the officer-involved shootings and police violence, I truly believe the best way to make horror is by making movies that people have a true fear of. And horror lives in that gray area of fear and reality.
It's out a bit. What's the word these days? Toxic.
And I thank director Lawrence Giacomelli for giving us something truly frightening. And until next time, when CED talks horror. Now, this video is sponsored by my Patreon supporters. Thank you for your support, and God bless. Now, if you want to wear merch from your favorite horror movies, then I've got just the thing for you. Just click on the link in the descriptions and in the pinned comments that says Horror Movie Shirts. Our store has the best designs, and we'll see you there. The Rewind is our exclusive membership section, and by joining the Rewind, you'll receive exclusive content not found anywhere else. You'll receive early releases, video shoutouts, behind the scenes footage and photos, unreleased and unedited kill scenes that we can't show you on YouTube, plus special commentary from yours truly, CEDtalks. So join the Rewind today by clicking the link in the descriptions and in the pinned comments.
Hey, this is Bobby's phone. I'm either off finding myself or I just don't want to talk to you.